Tonight's weather forecast.
And getting a check on the tropics, at least we've got a silver lining here. We're still monitoring the impacts of Tropical Storm Julia. A hurricane made landfall here in Nicaragua over the weekend. Now that mountainous terrain going to tear it up, and that moisture may help our forecast in a couple of days. But across the open Atlantic, hardly much for clouds out here, so we're not expecting any development otherwise into the next 5 days. Some very good news. But if you're wondering where we stand throughout the season, we have gone through 10 named storms already, Julia being the most recent, and it looks like we won't be seeing Carl coming into the future over the next week, so that's good news, at least there. But yeah, we made a good dent in the list of names so far this hurricane season. And just a reminder of where we stand in the season, well, we've headed past that October 1st stage. We got one more little peak in the month, and then activity historically tends to drop off significantly toward the end of the month and into the last month of hurricane season, which ends at the end of November. So it looks like we are on a downward trend here, nice and quiet. That's the way we like it, and that's the way it looks to stay, at least for the short term. Here back home, it's a quiet start for our morning in the coastal bend. Temperature in Corpus Christi now 72 degrees, and it feels like it. We've been watching light winds around the area all morning out of the east at 3 miles per hour, but that will pick up a bit easier for this afternoon, and warm at that, so the breeze may actually help keep temperatures in check. But still, a little bit of summer junior here around the coastal bend, holding on to those 70s across our coastline, but we've got the lower to middle 60s for inland locations, so that's why I'm saying it's a bit of a mild start here, but warmer than we saw when we were wrapping up last week, where a few communities were starting off in the upper 50s. So yeah, we'll take it. Today will be another warm afternoon with lots of sunshine. By the time we head on into the noon hour, our temperature about 86 degrees with just a few clouds in the skies today, and I think we'll stay in those upper 80s for much of the afternoon. I'm going for a high temperature in Corpus Christi here of 90 degrees for today, so it'll feel like another warm one out there. Hey, have you noticed we haven't had a whole lot of rain lately? That's starting to work against us. We got rid of our months-long drought after the good rains we got in August. Well, some abnormally dry areas popping up here in the coastal bend, specifically in Nueces and San Patricio counties. Starting to see some of that dryness come back because we haven't had any rain during the month of October, and September fell short for what we typically see. We have a small chance for some rainfall in the forecast. Doesn't look like a whole lot, right? Well, this is how it divides up into the next 5 days. We stay clear through much of Wednesday. It's that overnight Wednesday into Thursday that we'll see a few showers coming through as a cold front arrives here in the coastal bend, but it's not a whole lot of rain at all. In fact, we stay mostly dry with just some early morning rain chances, temperatures in the 90s, and as we go through the end of the week, those temperatures will fall closer to average in the upper 80s. But talking about the timing for that front as we go on to Thursday, well, this is how that looks to span out. We'll see that front move through early on in the morning, so say by about 4 to 5 a.m. that front will push through and our showers will be wrapping up.